What's up? It's me again, JunkMaster3, and today it is time for a pretty big update video actually, because I did say in one of my recent videos that I have ordered some films and that I haven't showed you yet, and also I realized there was pretty many movies which I know I've had in my collection for quite some time, which I haven't showed you yet. So yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. But enough about that, because yeah, I'm going to start with the update video right away because there's pretty many titles in this update video in general. So yeah, let's begin right away. First up, we have a Western film which is supposed to be like a classic, but unfortunately I haven't seen this one yet. A film called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Sundance Kid, with Paul Newman and Robert Redford. Supposed to be a classic Western film, which, yeah, I'm glad to have in my collection now. And then more action films, not action films, but Western films. The Magnificent Seven collection, which has, what's it? I'm just gonna say here on the back because apparently there's only the Swedish titles of in the front cover, but The Magnificent Seven, Return of the Magnificent Seven, Guns of the Magnificent Seven, and Magnificent Seven Ride. That's the four films. I know they did like a remake or something like a couple of years ago, but I haven't paid attention to that yet because I want to see the original films before I even like. If I might watch the remake, I want to see the other films first. So yeah. Then we have a Herschel Gordon Lewis film, I believe. Yes, it is a film called She-Devils on Wheels. I was actually thinking of picking up that Blu-Ray box set, which I think was it 88 Films, I believe, or Arrow that released that box set. But I was like, oh, that's so too damn overpricey, so I decided to pick up these films separate instead, or at least try to. So yeah, She-Devils on Wheels. Then we have some believe blaxploitation films coming up here. The Big Dollhouse with Pam Grier. I think this also has Sid Haig in it. Yeah, Sid Haig is also in this one, so that's another reason why I picked it up. So yeah, The Big Dollhouse. And then we have another blaxploitation film called Coffee, also with Pam Grier. I have to say I haven't seen that many blaxploitation films in general, but I think I really like Chuck Turner. This is probably the one that first comes to mind for me. So, but anyway, Coffee. I've heard this is supposed to be a classic among the blaxploitation films in general. So yeah, Coffee. Then we have a film called V.I. Warshawski, which apparently was supposed to be some sort of like trilogy, but apparently this film flopped back in the day, so that's the reason why they didn't make any sequels to this. Not seen it yet though, but seems to be hilarious early 90s action film, so yeah. Then we have a comedy film, I believe, comedy or drama film, also with Kathleen Turner, Switching Channels. Yeah, might be fun. And then we have another comedy, sorry, a film called Throw Mama from the Train. Might have showed you this already now when I think of it, but yeah, sometimes you just forget which films you've showed. Then we have To Die For from the mid-90s with Nicole Kidman. Not seen, but I've heard it's supposed to be a 90s classic 90s film, so yeah. Then we have a film called The Crush, also from the 90s, 93 to be exact, so yeah, pretty much a blind buy. I've recently really gone into more and more 90s films because 80s I've pretty much watched so many films from the 80s. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna maybe try to pick up some more 90s film now. 19s film. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's just so damn just mumble for some reason. Then we have a 70s. Is this a giallo? I believe this might be a giallo. I'm not too sure. Like some criminal drama film. Puzzle, Italian from the 70s, like I said before. Then we have, I think we're actually going into the horror section now for the films, I believe. Might have okay, I think I'm probably gonna do this instead and go in this way direction instead. Let's see here. throw that over here. And then we have Charlie Says. Not seen yet, but apparently it's about the Manson murders. It feels like they've made so many films about that case in general, but really gonna be looking forward to watch that. Another blaxploitation film called Cleopatra Jones with Tamara Dobson. Apparently I think there's also a sequel to this one, but I'll see if I can find it anywhere if I do like this one. So yeah, sorry for it. Seems like it's a little bit gritty in here. I don't really know why. But then we have the Echelon Conspiracy, pretty much a blind buy, but I was like, oh, okay, the cast seems to be interesting. Martin Sheen and Ving Rhames, and yeah, some thriller, I believe, action thriller type of deal. Then we have a film by Takashi Miike, and I really need to watch more Takashi Miike films because I haven't seen one of his films in quite a while, to be honest. So, but we have Lesson of Evil. Apparently says on the front cover that it's a cross between Battle Royale and Confessions. I don't really know what film Confessions is, but might be another really entertaining film that I need to pick up eventually. So yeah, Lesson of Evil. Then another action film. This is another blind buy. A film called Countdown with Catherine Isabel. Now I think we're in the horror section in this. Some of these might be more thriller, but yeah, this is how I decided to show the films. The Alphabet Killer might be more of a thriller, like I said before, but yeah, The Alphabet Killer. Then we have a film called A Virgin Among the Living Dead, which is directed by Jess Franco, I believe. Yeah, Jess Franco, yeah. This cover art is just so amazing. That's another reason why I picked it up. Just look at that. Just amazing in my opinion. The film itself might be crap, but you never know when it comes to Jess Franco. Then we have a film called Jackals, which is apparently directed by the guy who made Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter. So yeah, Jackals. Don't really know that much about it. Then we have a Tobe Hooper film, and I don't think this movie has any Region 1 DVD release or Blu-ray release, if I remember correctly, but a film called The Night Terrors, which has Robert Englund in it. Then finally I picked up this one. I had the previous two before. I've only seen the first one so far, but the film called One Missed Call 3 Final. The first one is directed by Takashi Miike. I don't think the others are directed by Takashi Miike, but yeah. Then we have a early 2000s film, vampire film called Eternal. This is from 2004, so if you want to look up more information about that. Then we have a film which I actually saw in the cinema, and I remember that there was only 4 people in total in the cinema when I watched this, so something tells me this movie probably didn't do too well over here in Sweden. Blair Witch, the somewhat sequel in a way to the first one, and I don't think this movie is particularly good. And then you might ask yourself, why do you even buy this film? Well, I found it for a really good price, and I decided to give it another chance. But if I remember correctly, I thought this one was the weakest Blair Witch film. I actually do like Book of Shadows more than this one, but then again, I need to rewatch it again. I decided to give it another chance, so yeah. Then we have, 9 minutes I'll talk now. The next film is called, I'm not really sure, I think some of these films might be connected to one another, but I'm not too sure about that. But the next film is called The Blood Drinkers. Yeah. Let's see. Then we have Brides of Blood. I think this is from the 60s or 70s, I'm not too sure. Then we have Mad Doctor of Blood Island. Some of these cover arts are really amazing in my opinion, but the movies themselves might be crap, but you never know. This cover art is amazing. This is from a film called Brain of Blood. Look at that cover art, it's just amazing in my opinion. Yeah. Now let's continue. These are the only two. Now let's see. There's 3 Blu-rays in this update video. We have 2 Vinegar Syndrome releases over here. The first one is a film called Deadline, which I remember I saw it first time on YouTube, and I think this one is very underrated and very unique in its own way. I remember that I really thought the ending was tense and really creepy as well. So it's a very special type of tension or atmosphere in this film, and that's the reason why I liked it so much. So yeah, Deadline. If you haven't seen this one, pick it up right away. Really great film. More people should see it. Then we have a film by Al Adamson, who I've only seen one of his films before. That was the show Satan's Sadists, I believe. Nurse Sherry. Another 70s film, 77 to be exact. Then this one might not really be a horror film. This is more like an action sci-fi type of film, but the original title for this is actually Time Bomb, but over here, for some reason, the German release here is called Nameless Total Terminator. I think the only reason why is because Michael Biehn is in this one, and I've actually seen this one already, and I think Michael Biehn's performance in this was just atrocious. But it does have Billy Blanks in it in a smaller role, which I think Billy Blanks is not really like a good actor or anything, but I think he is a more entertaining actor to watch. At least when it comes to this film, because Michael Biehn, he was like playing the main role, and I think he was overacting so much. So, well, that's just my opinion. But anyway, Time Bomb. Now let's continue. We have a pretty newer film called The Love Witch, pretty much a blind buy. Then I picked up a film called Hellbent, an early 2000s slasher film. I think this might be from 2003 or 2004. And then a film which, this is probably more of like a drama, sort of a drama thriller type of deal, but this is based on true events, and ever since I heard about this film I wanted to check it out. So, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile, which covers the case of Ted Bundy, basically. So, yeah. Then we have a film called Catacombs. I've heard this is supposed to be really, really bad, but one of the main reasons why I picked it up was because this was going to go out of print, so I was like, okay, why not? So, yeah. Then I picked up a film which I watched in the cinemas last year, which I really enjoyed, and it's directed by Alexandre Aja, and the movie is called Crawl. Not his best work, but still very entertaining and a breath of fresh air when it comes to horror films, because I can't stand all of those newer like ghost movies in general. I think they're so annoying. It just seems like it's the same type of deal over and over again. So this was a breath of fresh air, so for sure. So yeah, Crawl. And then a film which I watched, I think this was like maybe 2 weeks ago or something, and I decided to pick it up. And the movie is Circus Kane. Not as bad as many people seem to think. It seems like most people don't like this just because it's directed by Fred Olen Ray's son. And it's like, oh, this schlocky, stupid director and his son making terrible films. But I think this one was pretty damn entertaining. The only thing which I did not like about this film was the ending, or like the end twist to this film, which I just thought was stupid and it didn't really make a whole lot of sense in my opinion. But other than that, I still think it's an entertaining film, and I know there's some flaws in it, but I still thought it was entertaining for what it was. So yeah, Circus Kane. And the last film that I picked up was a film called Stalled. This is like a zombie comedy type of film, I believe. And once again, they always compare with, I'm not really sure how well you can see that, but they compare it with Shaun of the Dead, because every single zombie comedy needs to be compared with Shaun of the Dead for some reason, which I still think is really hilarious and stupid and weird at the same time. But yeah, Stalled. Apparently some low budget. Is this a British film? Or I'm not too sure which country this is from, but anyway, Stalled. So that's the last film I picked up, and sorry for talking almost for like 15 minutes now. I'm gonna try to do as best as I can with these videos, but like I mentioned in my previous video, this might be one of the last videos I do before I'm not saying I'm taking a break, but I don't think there might be as many videos uploaded in the nearest couple of weeks, because of different reasons. So yeah, but anyway, hope everyone enjoyed, and yeah, hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.